Welcome back to another episode of DFN Mailbag. I just posted that 13-minute long video about field recorders and all the XLR adapters, so I figured we'd cover that today. Brett writes in, have you tried powering the DR-60d off a USB battery pack? After going back and forth with Brett on Twitter, I went ahead and tested out this Power Gen battery pack. Turns out this does have enough juice to power the Tascam DR-60d via the USB port only with no batteries installed. So if you're looking for extreme battery life out of your Tascam DR-60d, you might want to check out one of those 1200 mAh battery packs. Ian writes in, I just finished watching your video. Why do you use a Y splitter on your Tascam DR-60d? Even though the Tascam DR-60d has the ability to record audio at two different volume levels internally, the audio that comes out of the line out port and the camera port are the same level on both the left and right channels. By using this Y splitter, I'm able to set both of those levels independently via the two front control knobs. Basically what this accomplishes is that the audio out of the line out and the camera out ports are two different volume levels going back into your camera. You can still record inside the Tascam DR-60d, but then you have a protected and a hot channel going into your camera itself. The same method applies if you're using an XLR audio adapter. Digital Artwork asks, is there any advantage to using an XLR audio adapter over something like the Tascam DR-60d? Both of these units can give you XLR audio into your camera, but an XLR audio adapter is generally a bit smaller than the Tascam DR-60d. The XLR audio adapters also tend to have better battery life than the Tascam DR-60d, and they're overall slightly lighter. On the other hand, the XLR audio adapters are more expensive than the Tascam DR-60d, and the Tascam DR-60d is a full-fledged field recorder. If you don't mind paying extra for the XLR audio adapter, and you want its small form factor and longer battery life, then that might be a good reason to choose the XLR audio adapter over the Tascam DR-60d. Johnson writes in, audio recorder, preamp, etc. would you normally and routinely use for video shooting? Well, just a second ago I held up both the Tascam DR-60d as well as the Beachtech DXA-SLR. I also have the JuiceLink RM333 Riggy. All three of these devices have their pluses and minuses. The Riggy has great audio preamps and lots of gain for mics that are really quiet. The Beachtech is super small and convenient, and it has a nice thumb screw that makes it easy to mount. Easier means I use it more. The Tascam DR-60d works great as a field recorder or as an XLR audio adapter, but I more often use it as a field recorder. I use all three of these units on a regular basis and they all provide different functions. Ease of use, great preamps, full-fledged field recorder. If I could only own one, probably be the Tascam DR-60d. It's bigger and bulkier, but it's only $199. And a lot of times you can get it with a free copy of Pluralize. Out of all the units, the Tascam DR-60d is probably the best value. Don't get me wrong, it has shortfalls, but it's still the best bang for your buck. And last question, Gain Freak writes in, what exactly is the crotch bar? If you've been hanging out on YouTube for quite a while, you might remember that the information bar used to be on the side of the video. Then a few years back, they moved it down below the video. So I figured if the video is the head of the page, then the information bar is probably the crotch of the page. So I started calling it crotch bar. And as usual, that's where you can find all the information for this video is in the crotch bar below. Remember guys, I can't do DFN Mailbag without you. So make sure you leave your questions and comments below. And don't forget to hit me up on Twitter at DSLR Film Noob. Thanks for watching another exciting episode of DFN Mailbag. Thanks for watching the main channel, and also don't forget to check out the second channel. Also, swing over to DSLRfilmnoob.com to sign up for the mailing list. At the end of this week, the Must HD 5.6-inch monitor review comes out. Don't forget to hit me up on Twitter at DSLRfilmnoob, and drop me a line if you're heading over to NAB. We'll catch up for a beer. Or maybe we can rock out.